In our last video, we took a look at the average views from day 3 to day 7 here, and that was the addition of those 5 items divided by 5, and we got a value for that. And now we want to look at the idea in this section, and that is to find the average rate of change in the number of views from day 3 to day 7. So what we're going to look at is how did these guys right here, number of views, change from here to here. And so we're going to take an average of changes, not an average of views, but an average of changes. So let's take them one by one. From day 3 here to day 4, how did the number of views change? How would you say it changed? From 50 to 36. So hopefully you're thinking an increase of 36, and we'll denote that by a positive 36. So there is one change. We're going to add to it another change. From here to here, how did that change? So hopefully you're saying, well, that looks like a 6, and it is. So we're going to add to that another change. Remember, we're taking the average of changes here, so that's why we're calculating changes. Now, from 92 to 35 over this next day, how did that change? So you'd have to find out the difference between those. And so we're going to add to that difference. Now, what is that difference? Well, did it go from here to here? Did it go up or did it go down? Well, it went down, and we want to indicate that with a negative. So that's 57. So from here to here, now from here to here, it went down again by how much? And we'll indicate that in our average as a negative quantity. So we're going to add a negative quantity. I'm using that's the negative sign, by the way. That's the subtraction sign. You want to use the negative sign. So 4 changes it looked like happened, and the total there being negative 30. So what does that negative 30 mean? Is that the number of views? Now let's recall, no, it's not. This is how the output or the number of views changed, meaning the number of views changed or decreased by 30. And so, well, let's do the average and talk about it. To average that, you'd have to divide by how many? So let's divide by 4, and now we get negative 7.5. What in the world does that mean? Well, here's what we did. We took some changes, took their average. There was 4 of them, so we divide by 4. We got negative 30 views as a total, and then dividing by 4 here. Notice the units. The units don't go away, and what we have here is a negative 7.5 views per day. In other words, it's as if the number of views decreased by 7.5 views every day. That's how it changed. And so that's quite different than this. This is just an average views. This is an average of how the views changed every day. So let me show you graphically what that means. Again, it's as if the number of views decreased by that amount every day for this time period that we're looking at. Okay, so let me get this here. 3 to 7, right? 3 to 7. Okay, here's what this means visually. So it's as if this occurred. From here to here, this dot went down 7.5. So there's 5. 7.5 would be right there. I'm going to use an open circle. All right, as best as I can. So, and again, it's as if from day 4 to day 5, this number of views over here along this axis went down 7.5. So that would be 5, and then a half would be there. Okay. And again, it's as if from day 5 to day 6, those number of views here went down 7.5. So that's 5, 7.5 here. Remember, it's as if every day these number of views decreased by 7.5. And then from day 6 to day 7, that would go down by 7.5. So there's 5, 7.5. And lo and behold, look I'm at my other actual number of views. From day 3 to day 7, it's as if every day the number of views decreased by 7.5. That's the meaning of that right there. So when we ask you for a practical significance or an explanation, here's what we're looking for, this type of sentence. On average, it's as if the number of views decreased by that quantity each day from day 3 to day 7. And if we chose a different time frame, certainly, hopefully you agree, you'd have a different average rate of change. So we're going to do some of those here in the next series of videos.